Hi, fourth
Hi, fourth
graders.
graders.
Hi there.
Hey, guys, guess what? I filled
What?
out my opinion organizer last week, just like all of you. And I think I'm well on my way to having a really good piece of writing that will convince everybody that reading a book is the best thing to do during the quarantine. But now that I have my organizer done, I'm not exactly sure what to do with that.
Well, I could help you.
That'd be
Did
great.
you say, have you drafted the organizer with sentences?
Yep, I wrote everything in complete sentences.
Oh, well, then you're ready to go on to rereading and revising. So when you read back over your sentences, just focus on the message at first. Think about, did you clearly state your opinion? Did you add persuasive details? Does everything make sense? Are there any words or ideas that you want to add or change?
And once you've done that, then I think you're ready to edit. So when you're editing, you really want to think about the acronym and try to remember this acronym for CUPS. C stands for capitals, U for usage, which means did you use your words correctly? P for punctuation, and S for spelling. Check all of those things carefully.
Good advice. Okay. All right. Can
Hey,
do that.
Mrs. Kelly,
Yeah.
I have a checklist. Do you want me for revising and editing? Do you want me to go over yours with you?
Yes, that would be so helpful.
Hey, wait, would you like to see it?
Yeah. Did you get
Hey.
the piece? Did you get my piece of writing? I sent it to you a couple
Yes,
days ago. You
Yes,
got my organizer?
but I forgot to send the checklist to you. So
Oh.
I will send it right now. Abracadabra a la peanut butter sandwiches.
Okay. Yeah, I got it. Would you guys all like to see it?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I can share my screen here so that you can see it. Right there? Is that
Yeah,
it?
that's it.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Good deal.
Okay, so we'll just go through that, okay?
Okay. That sounds
All right.
good.
But how about if we go to your piece right now?
Okay. Have that up here. Okay.
All right, so I wanted to, can I tell you a couple things?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
When I was reading it over last night, I really liked it.
Thanks.
Especially a couple things I really liked. At the very beginning, where you're stating your opinion,
Uh-huh.
rather than saying, I love turning the pages of a new book and getting lost in an adventure, which is pretty typical, you reworded it and used your own voice and said the whisper of pages. I loved that. It grabs the reader's attention, and it's different than just saying turning the pages. That is personification.
Yes, because I actually do kind of feel like it also, they kind of whisper to you both the way they sound and then also the things that they're telling you. Yeah, so
Yes,
thank
when
you.
I read it, I could hear it in my mind. The other thing I really liked was the dog barking in the background. I'm just kidding. I really liked, if you look at your first reason, the detail that goes with it. When I hear the crackle of the spine of a new book, when I read that, I thought, I know exactly what she's talking about. Anybody that's ever had a brand new book, when you open it, there's a noise. There's a sound with it.
Yes, exactly.
So I loved that, but then you turned it into a simile by saying, when I hear the crackle of the spine of a new book, my ears perk up like my dog's when she hears someone in the kitchen.
Yes,
That
or
was-
someone in the driveway, which is what she hears right now.
That is perfect. Yes, it's the perfect analogy, because anybody that has a dog knows you can call them when you're outside and they act like they don't hear you, but you open the refrigerator and they can hear you from upstairs with the door closed.
Yes, well, thank
I
you.
thought those were really good, both of those.
Cool.
But so do you want to, should we just go through the checklist and look things over to make sure you have everything?
Sure, that sounds good.
Okay, let's go look at the checklist real quick.
Okay, here we go.
All right, did you state your opinion clearly at the beginning of your writing? I think that you did. Let's go take a look.
Okay, so I wanted to have an attention getter, and then I think my opinion is here at the end, where I say there are so many reasons to enter the world of a novel whenever you can during a quarantine. So I don't say, oh, go ahead.
No, nope, you go ahead.
I was gonna say, so I don't say that this is the thing you should do, but I think if you're doing it whenever you can, it kind of says that's the thing you can do without outright saying it.
Yes, I think that's fine.
Okay.
That reminds me though, when you just read that, and you don't have to do it, but I wondered if you might want to. You say whenever you can during a quarantine, but then in your reasons, you never mention quarantine. Is that something you would want to stick in there?
Yes, because that's specifically my topic. I need to fit that in, don't I? So,
There are a number of places you could do that. It's just where you think it sounds the best.
right. So, for example, down here, I could say there are so many fun places you can go when you read books. I could say maybe to get away from your house during a quarantine. Something like that?
Yeah, I think that's great because in a quarantine, you're stuck in your house. You want to get out and get away.
Okay, good. I'll try to do that with another, at least one more place up above too.
Okay, let's go back to the checklist.
Okay.
Do you have 3 reasons with details for your opinion? I think you do. Let's double check.
Okay.
So I see reason 1, reason 2, reason 3,
Mhm.
and then right under those, for example, number 1, you have your reason. First of all, just opening a book makes me happy, and your detail was my favorite when I heard the crackle of the spine of a new book. And I noticed you have details on your other 2, so that's perfect. You did just what was asked.
Okay.
Okay, let's go take a look.
Alrighty.
So what we would do is you would just check those off because
Oh,
you
sure.
or put an X or whatever.
Yep. Okay.
The next one, did you restate your opinion at the end of your writing piece? Let's check it out.
All right. So that would be down here in this last box.
As you can see, books can make you happy and take you anywhere, even away from your house during a quarantine. Perfect, because you mentioned quarantine again, which was in your opening statement.
Yeah, and I wanted to try to use some transition words here from this box down here. So to kind of wrap it all up. So I picked, as you can see from that list right here.
You know what? You're right, you did, and that was really good. Can you go back up to your first reason?
Yeah, sure.
You started off with a transition word, first of all, but I noticed in numbers 2 and 3, you didn't have transition words. Do you want them?
Oh, absolutely. I need to have them for 2 and 3. I totally forgot. Okay, so for the second reason, I should use some of these from the middle. So next, then secondly, so I could maybe say secondly.
Yeah, you would just pick whatever you like.
And then to, let's see, I could do third, last, finally. How about finally?
Yeah, finally sounds strong.
Like that? Okay, now
Yeah.
I have my transition words. Oh my God, I can't believe I forgot those.
Okay, that's right. When you're in the middle of writing your
Right.
what you're thinking, sometimes you forget that kind of thing. Okay,
Okay.
let's go look at our checklist.
Got it.
All right, so now the dirty details. Did you look over, whoopsies, did you look over your writing and check that you have capitals where they need to be and no extra capitals where they don't need to be? I did notice some missing capitals.
Really? I was so sure I put one at the beginning of every sentence. I did. Look.
You did, perfect.
Yeah.
Look at your detail on number 2.
Okay, right there. I would.
Remember, names are proper nouns and they're important, and you need to have all names, Harry, Ron, and Hermione, capitalized.
You're so right. All those names. I got the name of the place right, but yeah, I forget about people sometimes. I think it's because when I text, I get kind of lazy, and I sometimes forget to capitalize names.
That
but
might be
you're right.
it. That might be it.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I think the rest look pretty good. So let's check it off the list and see what's next.
Okay.
Did you check other punctuation like commas, periods, question marks? That's a good one. Let's go check.
All right.
Because I think I noticed, yes, I did. Look at number 3.
Okay.
You don't have an end mark.
I did miss one there. Thank you. Okay, so I need a period there.
Let's look. You know what? Oh, that's not, where you have the lightning thief, do you know books are usually underlined?
Oh, you know what? That probably would really help my reader realize that's a book title. You are right. So I'm going to go there and I'm going to underline that like control U. There we go. Okay, got it.
Good.
Thank you.
All right.
So many things.
And did you check your spelling? Oh, you know what? Let's go look at, quite often kids will say, yep, I did. It's good.
Well, I did because I
Don't
typed it on the computer, so I don't have any lines underlining any of my words, so I know everything's spelled right.
Can I tell you something?
Of course.
Computers
awesome I
are
am at
smart.
spelling?
Computers are smart, but not as smart as your mama, your daddy, or your teacher.
What?
Because look at your detail in number 1.
Okay, yeah.
You did spell a word correctly, but it's the wrong word. Do you see?
Oh, one of those homophones?
Yes, the third word. When I hear, you hear with your ear, that's the wrong hear.
Darn it. You
But
got me.
the
Oh, that's a hair. Here with my ear. E-A-R. There.
And the computer doesn't catch that because H-E-R-E is a real word.
You are right. Oh my God.
So,
Thank you. That would have looked really silly if I had turned that in.
okay, I think
Okay,
I think that was the last thing on the checklist.
Yep, spelling was the last one.
All right, and
Awesome.
And remember, if you don't have a computer and you don't type it on the computer, check with a parent or older brother or sister.
So that means that this week, our 4th graders get to use your checklist, the
Sweet.
magical Miss Forbeck's checklist, to revise and edit their organizers from last week. You think that's what they should do?
Absolutely. It was great.
Yeah.
It worked really well for me. And also have a friend help you do it like I did. I think that was really helpful to have somebody
Yeah.
else look at it with me.
So I noticed that your first draft, your draft that you had shared with Mrs. Forbeck ahead of time, really changed when we went through that process together on here. So guess what, 4th graders? That means that your teachers are going to expect your organizer to change too. So it should look different after you've done the process of revising and editing. So make sure that it does. They're going to be looking for that when you do
So-
your final copy.
So speaking of final copies, there are many different ways that you can publish and share. You can rewrite your opinion piece on paper or type it on a Google Doc. You might even add a photo or some drawings that support your opinion. You know, you could even make a video of yourself persuasively reading your opinion. And of course, please share your final copy or video with your teacher. You could even come to your teacher's office hours or even to your literacy coach's office hours. We would love to hear you reading your opinion piece. That would be awesome.
It would be fun.
Okay, so 4th graders, here it is. You're writing for next week. You're going to take your organizer from last week, and if it's not finished, you need to finish that first. Then you're going to use the checklist that we've sent you. Check everything off. Don't just say, yes, I did this. You know, you notice Mrs. Kelly, when we read what you had to do, she didn't say, yep, did it.
Except for the spelling, I thought I was good there. And the capitals too. And I still had mistakes.
Yeah, it's really important you go back and look. You can have somebody help you with that. I helped Mrs. Kelly. Oh, I help her in so many ways, you guys.
All the time.
Anyway. And then, yes, we definitely, then you can either type it or you can handwrite it. If you handwrite it, remember the computer will underline misspellings, but your handwriting won't. So ask mom or dad or somebody to look over it with you, and then we want to see it this week. And there are lots of ways you can do that. You can put it on Classroom Dojo. You can send or Google Classroom. You can take a picture and send it in an email. Come to our office hours and read it to us any way you want. We just would love to see it.
Absolutely. Oh, and I think we must be about done because I think Mrs. Ely's here. We have a meeting after this one to start planning our parent email for next week.
So she's not just
Yeah,
busted
okay.
in like Mrs. Burkhausen did and
No.
Mr. Hinsbaugh did.
Yeah, she's expected. Yeah.
Hey,
Hi. Hi, is this
Hey,
Ms. Wright
how are you?
speaking? I'm good. How are you guys? Hope you don't mind if I join.
No, we're having a writing meeting.
Yeah. I knew you guys were talking about writing, and I've been doing some writing during quarantine, and I thought maybe I could share some of my ideas with you about what I like to do best during quarantine.
Sure.
Oh, that sounds really
Awesome.
awesome, but I gotta go. My son has a birthday party that he's doing on games online.
Oh,
So
okay.
we're gonna go hang out
okay.
here.
Oh.
Sorry.
All right, bye.
Okay,
Chairman.
bye. Bye. Okay.
What do you got?
Well, I wanted to start. I think that one of the things that I like to do best during quarantine is sleep. So I thought that sleeping is a good idea because it makes my body feel so rested. And sometimes when we're in school, we don't get enough rest. And so I've been thinking about that.
I'm so sorry. I'm just being called. I have to go. It's time to go bike riding. I promised my family. It was nice seeing you, though, Mrs. Ely. Bye,
Okay.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Oh, I was talking about sleeping, right? Okay.
Yeah,
So, another reason I like to sleep is my bed feels like a little nest, and I can curl up there and calm my mind.
Holy smokes, it is 5:35. Every day at 5:35, Penny puts on a costume and we take a walk.
Oh,
And today she's going to be a taco
that's
with
perfect.
lettuce hanging out. So it sounds great, but we've got to go get her dressed for her walk.
Oh, okay.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
So see you guys.
Bye. Bye.
Sorry.
Wow, your meetings are really short.
They
You
kind
guys
of
don't
are.
talk much about writing either, do
No,
you?
no, not so much.
Okay. Well,
I guess we can just move on.
okay.
All right. So guess what? We got the fourth graders here too. So we'll say goodbye to them.
Bye, guys.
Bye, fourth graders.
Good to see you.